What up? Welcome back, kings, queens, everything in betweens, to another episode of the Peasant Party Podcast. I am your host, Charlotte Warren, coming to you live from Austin, Texas. It is Friday at 5:16 p.m. South by Southwest is wrapping up. There's like a giant carnival across the street. It's the Marshall Funhouse. So that looks wicked fun. Also, South by organizers or brands. Friendly reminder, I'm a big, important influencer, and you should invite me to stuff and give me free stuff. Anyway, this will be a fun episode. Every now and then I like to bring in actual real people who are actual friends of mine to talk about their life, their experience with dating, show a new perspective. I always think that's super fun. It's super natural and, pretty chill. So without further ado, to my right, I want to introduce my friend, Casey Rice. Say what's up.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Talking in the mic.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? How's it going? Happy Friday. I'm so stoked to be here.
Tell us about yourself.
I'm, your local amateur lesbian in a cat world, and I'm a scared little kitten, honestly. But no, I'm just here chilling. I've been through, a lot when it comes to, the whole, dating women thing. And, y'all need to know, my job or anything. That's not y'all's business. But, yeah, no, that's it, really.
Yeah, well, work is boring anyway.
No one likes work.
Yeah, no, we're not talking about work.
No, we're talking
work is over. It's 5 p.m., which is why I'm cracking open this beer. She's drinking a claw. But no, Casey, we're not talking about work, but tell us about you. Because you live in Austin, Texas. You are born and raised in Texas, but in a smaller town, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how long have you been in Austin?
I've been in Austin for probably about, I want to say 6 or 7 years. Central Texas since, 2013, because I went to school at Texas State.
Nice. How was that?
Up. Oh, it was great.
Wait, were you, super sorority girl? I feel like I've seen old pictures.
I wasn't. So I started out as a college athlete, walked onto the track team.
Nice. Pole
vaulted there for a year, and wasn't really for me. Joined a sorority because I saw the TV shows, and I was like, that looks like fun, which it was. But then I went through, a lot of, what am I doing? Who am I? Kind of, situations. And then, after that, no, it was just kind of, figuring myself out after that. But the sorority part was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I'm also a sorority dropout. I never finished as a...
Yeah, I dropped out after I came out. So, I mean... But not because, I didn't feel like I was going to be accepted or anything. It was just because, I wanted to just figure out what the hell I was doing.
Totally. And I guess to kind of go to that story, I mean, whatever you're comfortable with, do you want to share that story of what that was like coming out? College, that's already a challenging time. What was that like? How did you know? Did you always know? I feel and I hope I'm not asking, ignorant and dumb questions. I feel like when if I do, correct me. I want to be polite. I want to be inclusive.
No,
but
good.
Yeah.
I feel like I've always known. I mean, when I was younger, I just always remember being super, super shy around, my older sister's friend's older sister. Mm-hmm. She was, really hot. And I was just, always wanted to be in, her little group when I had to, go to cheer camp because my parents put me in cheer camp and all that stuff. And then, as I got older, the movie Stick It came out. Mm-hmm. And that ice bath scene, I was like... That's it. That's it. But, hold it in because you don't want to come out here in Long Beach, Texas. You don't want to do that. And so, I did date men and I, did all the things, and it just felt like something I had to do just to get by. I never really felt like my true self kind of thing. But then I got to college, started experimenting a little, wasn't fully out. And then once I got in my serious relationship and everything, I came out then. And then now, we dated for 6 years, and I'm recently recently from that. And now I just feel like it's a whole new world because I'm comfortably out now, but single. And I feel like I have no idea what the hell I'm doing.
And your long-term relationship, was that your first?
That was my first serious relationship, yeah.
Your first kind of experience, or your first, was there a person that kind of showed you was there I'm trying to think, in Lord of the Rings, they lead you up the journey to the Lord of the Rings thing. Did you have one of those?
like a Star Wars, like a Padawan and a Jedi Master.
That's the word for it. Yeah.
No, there was this one chick that I remember, like, back when dating apps were so innocent, back when they first started, like, we matched on Tinder, and she came to Austin, and we hung out, and she was just, like, could tell I was nervous, and she was just like, shh, 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 like, it's okay, baby girl, I got you. And after that, like, we hung out, had fun, it was great, and I was like, this is it. I'm so stoked, like, I want to keep going, like, keep getting out there, like, meeting women, all the stuff. And so, yeah.
Is that kind of just how you kind of started it? Was it just going on Tinder or some other dating app and just putting your preference as women and just going from there?
Yes, because I wasn't, like, fully out to family at that time. And I was out to, like, my closest friends. And so being in a sorority, I didn't want everyone to know that. So I just, like, told my closest sorority sisters. But I would, like, drive to, like, San Antonio or to Austin just so, like, I wouldn't be seen by people that I knew, like, why is she, like, holding hands with that girl kind of thing. Like, I even drove to Killeen one time. Like, I dated military. That was interesting. But no, it was more or less just, like, trying to figure it all out. The apps help until, like, I officially came out, and then I was kind of comfortable after that.
Yeah. What was that experience like with your family and whatnot? Like,
I mean, I have to say, like, I did luck out because there are a lot of people out there who come out to their family and it's not accepted. Some people get kicked out of their house, some parents ignore it, but, like, with mine, like, my dad, he was just like, as long as you're happy, I don't give a shit kind of thing. And my mom, like, she's like, I want you to be happy, but also, like, this is new for me, especially coming from a part of Texas where you're from a certain community, and especially, like, with their generation, there's, like, a lot of things that weren't talked about. Like, they just kind of ignored it. And so for her, it was just, like, new. She didn't really know how to process it, but she's, like, come around and, like she loves me, and she'll make little lesbian jokes every now and then. It's a lot of fun. And then my sister is the one that first found out because of Snapchat. And then she's like, Casey, what the hell, you're gay? And I was like, well, yeah. She's like, well, weren't you just, like, talking about guys and stuff? I was like, that was just, like, my alter ego. But no, they've really accepted it. It's nice.
Good. And when you first came out, did you have a significant other already, or was it?
Yeah. So I had to come out right at the beginning of, like, my first serious relationship, because I was going on a snowboarding trip with her and her friends at the time. And my mom was like, well, who the hell are these people? I don't know them. And I was just like, okay, so this is how I know her, and this is why I'm going. And then from there, like, that's, like, when I was officially, like, out. And yeah, I mean, yes, it was weird doing it while I was in my first serious relationship, because I guess I would be considered a baby gay at that time. But I mean, now I just feel like that I'm single out. I just feel so much more comfortable with myself.
Nice. And I noticed, okay, you use the term baby gay, and I feel like when I speak with friends who are gay, lesbian, like, there's always kind of these terms that I know are widely used. I'll hear them, like, on TikTok as well. What is a baby gay? Also, because I feel like I know some women who call themselves lesbian. I know others who just say I am gay. What is, like, the difference there? Is it just personal preference, or does it mean something different?
So it can. So, I mean, when you hear lesbian, you think of, like, a woman who identifies herself as a woman, like, prefers, they like to date, have sex with women. But then, like, someone that's gay, like, gay is it can be such a vague term. It can mean, like a gay guy, or, like, there are people out there who are non-binary who don't want to be perceived as a lesbian, and so they will go as gay. And it can go that way with queer. But, like, sexuality is so fluid that I feel like it's just kind of whatever you feel like you want to be called, do it. Like, if you don't care about labels, like don't, don't say you're anything. Like, just all about what you care about. But baby gay is someone who just came out of the closet, is figuring themselves out. Well, actually, no. They might also be in the closet still, too.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of just depends. Because I have dated girls who were out with friends. Like, they've come out to their friends and stuff, but not their family.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were still kind of like, you know, like weird about it, secretive about it. But they, like, wanted to go out and have fun with you and stuff like that. So that's a baby. They're just figuring out what they want, kind of thing.
That makes sense. And is that like when you think of like your first date questions or maybe like deal breakers or kind of those like kind of list of questions, is that something that's you know, kind of at the top of the list in those early dating first date? Like, are you out? Like, you know, have you been in other relationships? Or
I mean, that's like hit or miss, because some people, like, there's some people that would perceive that as a red flag to just automatically start talking about, like, you know, are you out, whatever. Like, when you're first meeting someone, it shouldn't matter. But I will say, like, if you are a baby gay and you, like, either are still in the closet figuring out or, like, just came out, like, have fun. Like, don't try to, you know, hop into, like, a relationship. Don't try to, like, U-Haul or anything like that. Just, like, have fun while you can, kind of thing. Because, like, especially if you come out later in life, like, you're gonna want to catch up for missed times.
Totally. And I noticed, okay, so you mentioned a U-Haul. Why do all lesbians drive U-Hauls? Like, what's with you guys in U-Hauls? What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just
Do you guys move a lot?
yeah, we like to move a lot. God, U-Hauling, like, I love the term and hate the term so much because it could, it's like a double-edged sword, but I mean, in this case, double-edged scissors. I don't know. But it's like essentially like you meet like lesbians or gay people that meet each other, and they're just like, this is my person, and like 3 months later they're moving in with each other. And for me, like, that's sweet, but also, like, I think it takes like a very emotionally mature person to have like a successful U-Haul. Like, that, I feel like that's one thing in the lesbian community that is missed a lot. Like, you're so excited to meet this, like, to be with this person. You think they're your person, but then, like, you don't see the red flags. And so, like, because of your excitement, you miss it, and you're, like, ready to move in, all that stuff. And then it could just be disastrous at the end. Like, there's this one doctor on TikTok. Her name's Dr. Linda with a Y. And she is, like, a relationship coach for, like, queer, lesbian, like the LGBTQ people. And so she said, like, there's this urge to merge in the beginning of, like, a lesbian relationship or gay, whatever. And you want to, like, try to set boundaries. And setting boundaries is hard, especially for people pleasers, because I'm a people pleaser. And it's, oh, God, it's like swallowing my own pride to set boundaries. But, like, you want to be able to, like, keep your individuality. Like, you want to, like, be able to talk about, like, the tough stuff before you, like, start to, like, do all that serious stuff, because it could get really messy at the end. But I mean, like, take this with a grain of salt. This is just my opinion, because there were a lot of things that I feel like I'd missed in past relationships. I was just so excited to just be like, okay, like, she's so perfect, she's pretty, like, we're gonna get married kind of thing, let's move in together. And then, like, once I was in it, I was just like, oh, okay, this isn't healthy. And so you just gotta really be careful and be like, you don't want to lose yourself. Like, have your friends, have your girl time, like, have, like, all that stuff, but, like, just be sure, like, that your partner is on the same level with you on that.
Totally. And I feel like so I'm totally gonna shoot out just stereotype, because I did my research. I also looked at TikTok to just hear anecdotally from just people, everyday people. I think I kind of saw in there, do gay women or lesbians, when you guys go on first dates, like, are these it seems like the dates are super involved or, like, super activity based. Like, I think of when the straights go on dates, it's like, we're gonna go get 2 drinks, and it's like the most, like, robotic thing in the world. And then it's like, with lesbians, it looks like it's like you guys go paint in the like you go to the park and then you say like let's paint let's do watercolor paintings, or like let's go rock climbing and then go hike to the top of a mountain. And I'm like, this just seems so like so much more thoughtful. I don't know. Is that a silly?
No, it's. I mean, yes and no, because like one of the recent like girls that I dated, the first date that I suggested, I was like, hey, do you want to go hiking? And we did, and we brought our dogs. Like, they loved each other, but it was also in the middle of like the freeze at the beginning of February. Yeah, it was great. It was a great bonding time. But no, it was just a great way to like talk with someone like out in the open. Like, you're not like in a crowded bar where you can barely hear each other. And plus, like, especially if it's something you're both interested in, like the outdoors, like it's a fun way to get to know that person. And plus, like, it matters to me if another girl's dog and my dog gets along. Like, that's a big thing for me.
Totally. And like, because when you meet people on the apps, are you using, like, what apps do you use, or what's most popular? What apps, like, I mean, obviously Bumble has kind of a wonky thing to it where it's like women message first. Do you guys just both message first? Like, how does it work?
I fucking hate apps.
Yeah.
I'm on Hinge and I hate it so much. And nothing against Hinge, but yes, also something against Hinge. Like, my preference is on there. Like, I am lesbian. I am interested in monogamy. But I'm also figuring out my dating goals kind of thing. But then it'll give me all the options of like non-monogamy, like straight, stuff like that. And I'm just like, that's not what I wanted. But also, like, I think it's harder on apps because either you can be really confident or really not. And so, like, for me, most recently I matched with someone. I was like, oh, she's cute. And then, like, I said, hey, you know, just right off the bat, you know. And she's like, hi. And then, like, I messaged her, like, before I could even message her back again, like, she unmatched me kind of thing. And I was just like, you know, whatever. Like, there's more. It's just harder being a lesbian because, like, our pool is so small. And it's just, like, you either have, like the lesbians or those that are, like, bi-curious or bisexual. But it just, I feel like there's something recently, and I think it might just be what happened in the pandemic. Like, a lot of women came out of the closet during the pandemic, and there were like a lot of, I guess it would be lesbian TikTok, like those thirst traps that you see, and that's just, I feel like now lesbians and just gay women, whatever, I see a lot of them as fuckboys now. Like, they're acting like fuckboys.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so it's a lot harder because, like, yeah, you know, do what you want to do. I don't care. But also, like, I'm trying to, like, find someone on here because I'm too chicken shit to walk up to someone in the bar and be like, hi, I'm Casey. Like, do you want a drink kind of thing? But I don't know. That's just dating is weird for me.
Yeah, no, totally. And I feel like one question that I feel like I've had, and I know others have had, is like, when you're at a bar, you see a girl you find attractive, can you tell that she's gay, or is it sometimes just a crapshoot?
With my type, it's so hard to tell.
Really?
Like, the type that I prefer, yes. Like, there are, like, different little things that people will say, like, oh, like, look at her hands. Like, does she have lesbian hands? I'm just like, I don't know, do I? Or, like, does she have rings on? Like, because that's one sign, is, like, she's wearing, like, a lot of rings. Or just, like, the way she's sitting. Like for this would be, like, she likes women kind of thing. But also, I think there's just a level of confidence that goes into it. Like, you just have to walk up to someone and be like, hi, like, and just talk to them, compliment them, whatever you do to hit on people. And so, like, I remember when I first got out of my serious relationship and I was at a bar. We were at Barbarella's, me and my friends. We were dancing and we were about to leave. And I see this girl, like, on the dance floor. She's really cute. And I was just, like, drunk. And I told them, I was like, hey, before we leave, I gotta go talk to her. We've been making eye contact all night. And I get up to her and was like, I like your jacket. And then I just left. Like, so smooth. So smooth. I like your jacket. But it just, you gotta get more comfortable in your skin. You gotta build your confidence, go to therapy, whatever you need to do. Because, like, recently, like, with South by, I've noticed, like, God, I've been doing a lot better. I've been doing so much better. I got an Instagram. I got a, hey, you're cute, but I have a boyfriend. But, like, you know, it's the little things.
Totally. And I feel like most women, like, are nice. Like, it's a nice compliment and everything. Is there anything specific that you, like, say where you know that they'll know, or that a response you get where you know they know, or is it?
I mean, it's hit or miss. I know eye contact is like a universal sign, like, yeah, we're into each other. But also, I feel like if they're starting to get, like, touchy with, like, if you're talking to them, they start getting, like, touchy and stuff like that. Like, that's also a sign. But, yeah, it just kind of depends. It really does. And I am still trying to figure that out because, God, flirting out in the open with women as a woman it's so scary.
Oh, totally.
I love women, but y'all are so scary.
To women.
To women.
Woo. Oh, and I might finish this drink in a second. So yeah, because you mentioned you have a very specific type. What is your type? And what is, like, are there kind of, and I hate the word, like, archetypes or something like that of different types of lesbians, but, like, is there different, because I've heard people say, like, femmes and masks, like, what is the scope of that look like?
Well, obviously, mask, like, the definitions in the word, like, you are more, like, masculine presenting. And then, like, femme, like, you know, you do your makeup and your hair and you wear, like, more feminine clothes. But then, like, you can get more into detail of, like, well, then you have, like, your straight presenting soft femmes, or your what is it, straight, or your femme presenting mask, or your chapsticks, or stuff like that.
I heard the term chapstick with, like, the Subarus and the flannels.
Oh, yeah. Well, so then you have your granola lesbians.
Okay.
And then those are the ones that are going to be, like, all in the flannel, like, with their little flat bill skater looking hats, going on camping trips and stuff, and their Subarus. And then, like, there's black hat lesbians, there's golden retriever. Like, I literally learned all of this within this past year and a half. Like, for me, when I came out, like, I only knew mask, femme, and that's it. Mask and femme. But there's, like, this whole society of different types of lesbian. And so for me, I consider myself, like, I guess I would, maybe chapstick, maybe, like, I'm like a tomboy femme. I don't know, because, like, I'm not, like, super femme. Like, I don't have my nails done, stuff like that. I'm not wearing girly clothes. But, like, I also, like, do my makeup, do my hair. I wear, like,
sitting like
just
this.
sitting like, I sit like this. Hold my drink like that.
Okay, so that's, like, I feel like it's like you're sitting like this, but, like, yeah, the drink. I would guess if I was, yeah. But, like, I would say, I think the chapstick's an accurate assessment.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I hear new terms every day. There's always something. But my type is, like, not, like, super femme, but just, like, I don't know. I guess my type is the same as me.
Someone who can share clothes with you?
Yes.
That must be so nice.
Yeah, it is. It truly is. I mean, and if they have the same shoe size, even better. Even better.
I wish. Just double the wardrobe.
Yes. Just don't share underwear. That's weird.
Yeah.
Don't share underwear.
Yeah, it's weird. I feel like, because when I think of, you know, what it would be like to date women, and the other thing I think of where it's like, oh, this must be so nice, is, like, I feel like when women go on dates with men, you're kind of, the thought in the back of your mind is, like, will I get murdered? Like, will this guy who's, you know, bigger than me and taller than me and stuff, like, and also just, you know, violent crimes are more likely to be committed by men and stuff like that. So I almost feel like because of that, you have to, like, choose these dates where you have to have, like, everybody at arm's length. Like, I mean, I guess there might be, like, different concerns around safety, but, like, is that something that that is kind of like refreshing with dating other women is, you know, that more feeling of safety, like you're seeing another women, another woman and whatnot.
Yes, like I don't have to like do a background check on them or anything, but also like when it comes to dates, like I will choose places that I feel like would be safe for like two gay women, like that we can be comfortable in. We won't get like hackled by like douchebags being like, are y'all sure y'all gay? Can I join y'all kind of thing? Like it's all about like yes, you're just really comfortable. Like yes, you're nervous, but it's more comfortable in my opinion because I've dated men and been broken up by men, and I gave two shits. But also like with the men that I've dated, it's just like I need to go somewhere super public. I don't know you, but yeah, we'll see what happens. I just need to be around a lot of people so they can witness that I was here.
Totally. And like, yeah, I realized like halfway through that question, I was like stumbling. I'm like, I sound really ignorant right now because it's like safety. You know, there's like the whole other issue of just, you know, people that maybe like onlookers who might make you feel unsafe that maybe are kind of outside the equation.
Yeah. I mean, even though like that's also the thing. Like even though like I'm out comfortably, like there are still times where like I choose my words or like even going home, like I don't just outwardly talk about it just because like, yes, I'm in Austin, Texas, super liberal, like accepting, but there are just still some people out there that are just like, fuck you for being gay or like, it's just a phase or like stuff like that. So times are rough for us, you know?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I couldn't imagine like that. I feel like, yeah, that would be a challenge. Like even, you know, I'm like, yeah, it'd be great to share clothes and stuff like that. But like, yeah.
Yeah, no, when I go home during the holidays and stuff, like I try not to really talk about like dating or anything like that. I mean, I'll talk about with my sister and stuff because I mean, that's what sisters do. But with my parents, it's just, we don't talk about that. I don't talk about it with my family. And like most recently, like we had like an impromptu family reunion and like one of my uncles asked like, you got a boyfriend now? And I'm just like, nope, I still haven't found the right guy yet. And he's like, well, that's because you're in Austin. I'm like, well, you know, it's a big city and I'm just focused on my work.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like, there are just some elderly people out there to where like I don't want to come out to them and them have a heart attack kind of thing. Like I respect the elderly.
Yeah, just this is my roommate kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, totally. And so like I think one other silly kind of stereotype that I saw on TikTok was kind of this. I think it was a funny skit where it was a woman dating another woman, and they realize they all know each other or they know everybody they've ever dated. Like, oh, you know so and so. Like, is that something that's true? Where it's like there's like very few degrees of separation between women who date women. Like you all know each other.
So yeah, so that's called the chart, and the chart was started from this show called The L Word. It's like a character named Alice, and she essentially wanted to figure out, okay, how are we all connected? Like how, like who have you slept with that I know that they know you? You know, like doing just the whole spider web effect. And so like yes, because we're in a very small pool of like people we've dated, like. You probably will date someone that dated someone that you've dated. Like for me, like I don't really keep up with that. But like if I'm adding someone on Instagram that I matched with or like someone that I'm dating, we add each other on Instagram and I see they have a mutual friend. I was like, yeah, I know them. I know them too. I know how you know them.
Oh my goodness. So, and like reputations are very important kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, it just kind of depends. Like if you're that type of person that's like, yeah, like I've been around, like I slept with this many girls, like, you know, teach their own, like good for you, but also like I could care less. I could honestly care less like who you've slept with, like if I know them.
Totally. What's a gold star lesbian? And is that like you roll your eyes? I feel like every time like that comes up, like people are either like they get excited or they roll their eyes.
They either like gold star lesbian, like they're literally those that they can say, I have not touched a man. I've only ever like been with women, all that stuff. And I'm like, well, good for you. And some lesbians, some gay people, they'll wear it with a like badge of honor. For me, like, I'm not gold star. Like, I've obviously, like, dated men, slept with men kind of thing. But if that's your forte, like, if you want to be that person that just flaunts the whole gold star thing, like, do it. But also, it kind of be a little bit douchey, too. Like, you're being a douche. Like, times have changed. Like, people are figuring their shit out. People are a little more sensitive now. Like, you don't have to, like, tell everyone, oh, well, I'm gold star, blah, blah, blah. Like, everyone has a different story. Like, you don't have to be that person and be like, I would never.
Totally. And I feel like TikTok's like, and I know I'm bringing up TikTok too, but I feel like TikTok's come up quite a bit where it's like, has TikTok like changed anything for like women who date women or gay dating, like, and how?
The thirst traps.
Really?
Oh my God. Something about, like, I'll go back to it, like, something about the pandemic just brought out the lesbians on TikTok to just have those thirst traps. They will post those video thirst traps of them just, like, looking all mysterious, and then, like, boom, the lights change, and they're, like, in a different outfit, looking hot as hell. And then, like, a lot of other women out there would see that and be like, I'm on lockdown with, like, my boyfriend or husband, but, like, I really do like that. Or are we sure that I should be with him, kind of thing? But no, like, it has, because I feel like right now it's being used as, like, a platform to be like, hey, we're here. Like, we're out there. Accept us, because we're not going anywhere. But also, like, I feel like because of TikTok, like, there's been such an explosion with, like, women loving women out there.
I mean, I met my boyfriend on TikTok. I'm just saying, you might find, like, oh my gosh, and I say this as a woman who I know I am straight. But oh my God, what's her name? The chef.
Olivia, what's her
Olivia. She is like,
oh
she has the best taste in music.
God.
And I say this as a straight woman. That is the most attractive woman I have ever seen, and she's so talented.
You
should date her.
I would love to. Like, hey, she can cook.
I can tell you, as a person with hundreds of thousands of followers, they will see the message.
I mean, like, hey, like, you cook, I bake, we'll be a great team. Like, God, she's so
I love her.
Hot.
I love her.
I love everything about her. It's just, like, her attitude, you know? She just, like, gets on camera just, like...
I love her. I'm totally cutting this clip and tagging you and her in it and seeing what happens.
Perfect.
I'm doing it. What was I going to say? Oh, I guess to kind of pivot it, not that we're going to talk about men all of a sudden, but how does dating for gay men differ from gay women? Because it seems like quite different.
I mean, I've never seen gay men U-Haul. I mean, they might use, like, a different shipping service or moving service, but no, honestly, like, talking to a few of my gay guy friends, I will say gay men are really horny.
They're still men.
They're
still men.
Still men.
They're men, like two men.
They are. They really are. And so for, like the lesbian world, like, we're wanting to, like, date to be, like we're wanting to catch up, because we see everyone moving on without us, like, our straight friends, like, they have, like, their serious relationships or getting married, all this stuff, and we're just like, gotta find my person, gotta find my future wife, kind of thing. Whereas, like, I feel like gay men are just, having fun, and, I love that. I do. Like, don't have a care in the world, just living their life, having fun. But
totally,
like, that's, like, the solid difference between us.
Yes. Wait, where was I? I've got my notes and stuff. I want to make sure I don't lose stuff. Yeah, so what can the straights learn from the gays in terms of dating? Because, like, what's foreign to you? What do we need to stop doing? Because I feel like I love my audience. I have an incredibly diverse audience that is primarily Texas and the Midwest, which I love. Like, a lot of the blue dots in red states. And it's funny because, like, my LGBT audience is just like, I don't think the straights are okay. And I'm just like, if I have a spokesperson for the straights, no, we're not. I think our dating's kind of weird. What should we do different?
I've read that question over and over and over again, and I don't know. I guess One thing, like, for me as a lesbian that I have noticed is that when my straight girlies get a little too much to drink, they want to make out with all the other girls. It's like a common thing. It's okay, you know, you're having fun. Like, don't, just because, like, I'm around, or just because, like, if you have, like, a gay friend, if they're around, like, don't just, like, try to, like, mac on them when you're, like, in your moment. Like, that can be very confusing, but also, like, you're, the next day, you're just, like, not even going to talk about it, not even going to, like, acknowledge that happened, kind of thing. And it can get very confusing for the other party. But when it comes to, like, dating, I mean, honestly, I just feel like it's so different because, like, with straight couples, straight people, like, they don't have to, like, hide literally a part of themselves for, like, either half their lives, or, you know, just, they don't have to hide a part of themselves and, like, be a completely different person and not be themselves, you know, for, like, a long period of time. Whereas, like, for me, I had to literally play a totally other different character, like someone that wasn't me. And now I'm just trying to figure it out. And, like, I would love to be able to just comfortably go out there and meet someone, you know, like how, like, a straight person would. But it's just, I feel like it's a lot harder. And, like, I know women out there, like, other friends out there who are, like, gay and, you know, all that stuff, and they're just, like, very comfortable, but they've been out, like, way longer, like, way longer. But also, I feel like it's, dating in the gay world can be so convoluted sometimes because of, like, what we've had to go through to get to a point to where we're just comfortable with ourselves finally. So I really don't think there's a difference. Just, like, it's just, like, we're here, we're queer, get used to it.
Let's fucking go. I love it. And I guess my question, and I want to have you help me with one little mailbag question, but what would you tell a baby gay who's new to dating other women? Maybe they've just downloaded some dating apps. They don't know what to do. What would you tell them? Like, what would be your, I don't know, words of wisdom?
I would literally take her arm floaties off and throw her in the pool.
Yeah.
No. I would tell her, I mean, honestly, like, have fun. Like, don't take it so seriously. Like, yes, it can be scary because, like, you're, like, trying to either, like, discover a part of yourself that's been hidden away for so long, or you're just, like, finally out and it feels good, and you just have, like, the gay panic when you, like, find a girl attractive and you don't know how to flirt with her. But, like, just try to, you know, like, ease into it. Like, have fun and just, like, talk to women like you're just having a normal conversation with them, and then kind of go from there. Like, go to gay bars, like, do everything. Like, there, you know, the world is your oyster and you're the pearl. Just do it.
Yeah, totally. And something like, another question that just popped in my head, as far as, like, finding community, finding other, like-minded people, like, do you recommend any, like, social groups, or is there anything that, like, I don't know, maybe has, like, a specific name to it that might be, you know, nationwide in various cities? Like, what would you recommend as far as, like, finding community, finding groups for, you know, young adults, you know, gay women, etc.?
I mean, here in Austin specifically, I know there's plenty of like, for me, like, I joined intramural sports, and I know there's a bunch of, like, just queer community type sports like that out there, but also just going to be honest, like, for me, like, going to just, like, your local gay bar, meeting people, stuff like that, like, it's also something too. It just, join a freaking pottery class. Like, you can do literally anything and find someone like-minded, but, like, I feel like a lot of the more, like, outdoorsy and artsy stuff is where you're gonna find your people. I mean, like, whatever your forte is.
I have another silly, dumb stereotype question. Why are all lesbians so good at like, DIY home stuff? You guys are way too good at that, and I hope that was a positive stereotype. But it's just, it's something I notice very much in common. And you guys know how to fix cars.
I mean, the only thing I know how to do car-wise is change my air filter, and
I can't do that.
I mean, we'll talk later about that. It's really easy. But I mean, there's just a sense of like independence. I feel like we just want to be able to do things on our own. Like we don't want the man telling us what to do. But no, like there are things like I will still ask my dad, like, hey Dad, can you, I don't know what I'm doing on this car thing, because there are some car things I don't fucking know.
So you know how to use cars?
Yeah, like it's not that, yeah, like that is a stereotype thing. Not all lesbians know how to fix cars.
Yes, they do.
I mean, but DIY stuff, I think it's just like, I want to do this, I want to use my hands, kind of thing. I mean, yeah, we just want to be good with our hands, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I know some women that like want to figure out, like they see something and like, I want to do that, but I'm not a DIY person. Actually, yes, I am. I'm making my own campfire starters.
That is
gayest thing.
That is extremely yeah, that's pretty gay.
Yeah, no, it totally is.
I love it. I think because we talked a lot about like cities that provide a better dating experience. This is more of a gender neutral question, and wanted to get your take on it. Should I move cities for a better dating experience? Subject line says it all, but I know you're based in Austin. You moved from California. I was wondering if that in any way improved your experience dating, if there were downsides to it, and what you would suggest to someone living in their former college town. I work for the university I graduated from. It's very much a college town, which is far from any major city. I'm 27. Not only has the novelty of being in college being in my college town worn off, there are very few people in my preferred age range living in this area in general. The few who are also work for the university. I'd rather not shit where I eat. I've seen a few former colleagues make the leap to big city universities or pivot to remote work in tech. And based on my experience, it seems like that's a possible option. So possibility on cities seems endless. So what are your thoughts? What questions should I ask myself? And what cities are the best for dating?
I mean, for me, coming from such a small town, well, actually, it's not that small, it's small-ish, but coming from where I'm from in Northeast Texas, like, moving to Austin was like a breath of fresh air. Just because, yes, like, the dating scene-wise it's a lot better. Yes, it's a small pond, but, you know, the options are there. I would say, dude, like, you know, college towns aren't bad, but also I feel like it depends which college you're at.
Yeah.
I mean, because I went to Texas State, that college town is fantastic. Like, San Marcos is amazing, and like for me, the queer community there was like also incredible there too. But I will say, like, going to like a bigger city will give you the options that you want, but also like I feel like dating wise, experience wise, in a bigger city as a lesbian woman has been a lot easier. Just moving to somewhere that has, you know, it's either more accepting or just you have, you know, the world is your oyster.
Totally. Would you be intimidated or like by a city like LA or New York for dating? Like, have you heard different things about different cities?
I've heard LA lesbians are a lot, but also they're so hot too. Like I've heard different things, you know, like just those are just like way bigger cities in Austin. And so of course, you know, like you're gonna have whatever type or flavor you're looking for. But like California is already like so liberal to me, like already, that in the gay world that would be a dream for me. And then also Colorado and
yeah,
like,
Denver.
Yeah, Denver. Hell yeah. But in New York, I haven't even thought about New York. I mean, I have plenty of gay friends that do live there, and they love it. And there is, like, a big lesbian scene out there in New York. But, yeah, I feel like this city does make the difference.
Totally.
Just not in the South, y'all. I'm just kidding. You can do whatever you want in the South. I don't care.
Totally. And I feel like yeah, like I think asking like those questions to yourself. I also think a good thing to remember is like wherever you go, there you are. Like a new city won't 100% save your problems. But I think like sometimes you shine a little brighter in other cities. Like if you're a great skier and you live in Florida, maybe you don't look like the coolest person in the room.
Mm-mm.
And vice versa.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, this has been a fun episode.
This has like I've never like
you're a natural. Like you're great. Like it's funny because like it's so funny because like every friend that I've had come on here that's like not podcasting, not social media, like does not talk on cameras is like stellar. Like they like you're great. Alice is great. Like Bianca and Eric were great. Like I don't know what it is, but something about just people chilling. It's a vibe. It's wicked fun.
Yeah, we're vibing. Yeah, I mean, I was happy to be here. Happy to talk about the lovely world of lesbian and but yeah, no, I just feel like that's not talked about a whole lot, but I mean there are plenty of podcasts out there that do these days. They're all amazing podcasts.
What would you recommend, like as far as like media, like whether that's podcasts or like TV, film, fiction, nonfiction? Are there any like good TV shows right now that depict like positive lesbian relationships? Anything that is your favorite?
Yes, there is one. It's called The Lesbian Supper Club, and
what's that on?
It's on Spotify, but it's these two. This is this couple. They're from the UK, hot as all hell, but they literally like they kind of just started too, but they just talk about everything as like from red flags to dating to like just coming out to just like anything and everything you can think of, like they talk about, because you know women like us need it, because like we're not gonna know the red flags with a dude unless they, you know, it's like some Dexter looking dude, I don't know, but like no, like it's so refreshing to have like that type of dating podcast where you're just like yeah, like I can relate to that kind of thing. But no, I was so stoked to be here. Like, this is great.
This is so fun. It's fun. It helps with public speaking. You're welcome back anytime. I love having just like fun outside people come through. Maybe a time when Annabelle's on. Like, she's so much fun on these podcasts. Like, because she doesn't watch the time. She doesn't watch the time. She doesn't read the schedule. She's just living, and so she's so much fun. But Casey, thank you so much. I'm so excited. I think we should head on over to the Marshall Funhouse. My phone's buzzing with Ashley and Co. looking to chill. So yeah, let's go meet some attractive women for Casey. Shout out also Olivia. Casey's fucking awesome, so you should say what's up. Okay. Over and out, fam. Bye.